Hey, it's Megan, and this is my sister Lindsey.
This week was the unconventional challenge, which is Megan's favorite. And they shopped at Dylan's candy store.
They got 50% off the candy store, and actually the owner was the judge, which was awesome. So they got $250 to spend on candy and to make a dress. Okay, so Christopher has immunity since he won last challenge.
Which Gunnar was really bitter about.
Buffy was using an umbrella. Sonia was using sharks and jelly beans, which is really cool with the different shapes and sizes of the jelly beans and the sharks. Ven was annoyed by the noisiness again. Andrew was using candy dots and making an apron.
Kuan was initially trying to weave a sweater out of Twizzlers, but that didn't really work too well.
And then Ven knows he's a good designer and blah, 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 super confident, but he's pretty good, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Then Tim came in to interview them, and he really liked Christopher's look and thought it was kind of ambitious, but Gunnar was like, ew, I hate it.
Raoul's looked like real fabric, and Melissa was using black licorice, and Tim thought it was beautiful.
Elena had no color in her look, and she was kind of worried about all the work she had ahead of her to do.
Sonia's looked like sea glass, and Tim loved it. And Ven is really worried that she's competition, which I think she's really good.
Ven wanted to make it look like a stained glass window, and so he was hammering all the hard candy and kind of like sprinkling it on there, and then putting black licorice in between it all.
I think Gunnar was worried about the weight of the dress with all the candy.
So Dimitri was not going to glue anything on until the models came in to make sure the fabric fit, and Tim is like, that's a terrible idea. There's no way you're going to do it all in time. He's like,
and you have to listen to Tim Gunn.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he's the #1 make-it worker. Kuan was hilarious when Tim came in. He was like, that's how I feel right now. I need to restart.
Lanty was initially going to use computer cases and glue them somehow and then cut up rain boots, and Tim was concerned about her time management.
And then Tim said, the best quote of the night, I don't have the words to adequately tell you how completely underwhelmed I am by this, to Andrea. But she's old, so she's outdated and doesn't know the new styles.
And he said she should throw it away, and then he's disappointed and concerned, and she started crying and then cut it all up and then just...
Nathan was helping Ven find a clutch. Gunnar, we don't like him, but his dress was awesome. He has a little attitude. Sonia was awesome. It looked like a dolphin. It was really cute. She had blue dyes on her fingers. She said it was worth it. Melissa used licorice and looked like leather and rock and roll. It was really cool. Nathan was so funny. The model had to like hold it up with her arms, the skirt, because it was literally 20 pounds. Good thing she had nice biceps.
So Andrea had like a bullseye necklace and like a #1 out of candy, and she had like candy dots, and then the back was like, whoa! And it was really big and weird.
Yeah, and she was not even in the bottom two, which she totally should have been, because it was ugly.
And she didn't listen to Tim Gunn. What the heck?
Alicia was making a statement with bright movement, interesting design. Elena's was gross. She had like this huge shoulders again, and the candy fell off the entire way down the runway and threw out all the judging.
And she was like, well, this is my style. So, whatever.
Fabio had ombre, which was really awesome, very exciting, and it was really cute in the back. And then Dimitri's was pretty, and the beads, then he had like a zipper down the back. It was a gorgeous print that he made all out of candy.
And like the bottom really flowed. It had movement to it. Not a lot of the other dresses didn't. So.
And Kuan was usually out there as usual, so I don't know how long he's gonna last.
Christopher made like this beautiful print, and he had like design and purples and blacks, and it was absolutely gorgeous.
Raoul had weird colors, and the belly was hanging out, and it looked like a craft project.
Buffy had a really cute skirt, but it wasn't really made out of candy. And then she was holding a lollipop, and it was very accessorized.
And then Lanty used an umbrella and just added, like, candy flowers. It was really lame.
And Ven had yet another flower-like design, but it was really pretty. It looked like stained glass, and the candy didn't even look like candy. It was like crystallized and whatnot.
Yeah, it was really good, even though he's
Kind of
a little bit too confident.
He's very full of himself.
But
what are you gonna
so first to judge was Buffy.
They did not like her. They were like, ew. So she basically weaved together long, chewy candy on the top. And I don't even remember what the bottom was made out of, but
oh, the paper.
They said it looked like a table, like at a birthday party, they took up a tablecloth and like put it on. That's what Michael said. And Heidi didn't like that she used so much paper and thought that she over-accessorized. She had like a big thing in her hair made out of cotton candy and like a lollipop in one hand and another purse and then shoes and everything.
And then it was basically candy overload.
Yeah. And they said it looked like a 5-year-old going to a birthday party. And that she looked like she was melting. Michael Kors said, there's a difference between fun and insane.
Which we always love his comments.
Yeah. But Dylan thought it was fun. So.
Yeah. Next was... Sanji. She's a really good designer. She's going to be in the top. She wanted to use blue and really like the sharks and then turn it into aquatic. So she had like sharks right here and they were really big and then had all different sized jelly beans around. So Heidi loved the shape and she said it made all the judges smile when they saw it. She had a headband too made out of candy, which was a little bit unnecessary. And Nina thought it looked like a costume but loved the theme and all different kinds of candy. Next.
Oh, Lanty was next. And she had a lot of excuses. She's like, I had to start from scratch, and I didn't have enough time, and oh my gosh. But Michael said that she had the same problems that she had from last challenge, and it seems like you're more of a decorator. And she's like, I am not. I think you're wrong.
Yeah, she was arguing with the judges, which is not okay.
And then Dylan said she was disappointed that it wasn't made out of candy. It was basically fabric, because she used umbrellas to make it. And then Nina said, at least it's not atrocious. But she said she's tired of Lanty's excuses. And
you're not at a kid's birthday party.
Yeah.
And, which, okay, disclaimer, he's a very good designer. He's just a little too confident. But he does beautiful tailoring and beautiful work. And he knows how to manipulate fabric. So, yet again, he made another flower. And it was gorgeous. And he made a nice diagonal line across the waist, which is pretty, and then there was a rose on the bottom, and it looked like beautiful fabric, did not look like candy.
So they basically loved it.
They loved his.
And they were in awe, and they liked that it wasn't over-accessorized, so. Then Elena claims that she doesn't like color, so she picked out this pina colada licorice, and she likes the
and that's
big
all she used.
Shoulders. Yeah, it was just like licorice glued in different spots, but almost all of it fell off.
Down the runway, throughout judging,
it was like, oh, look at that beautiful muslin. Whatever. So basically, they said that it's not flattering. Heidi said it reminded her of when her kids were little and like did little projects with noodles.
And this is not a pasta challenge.
And then, oh, sorry. They said it's not flattering. Michael said she took all of the joy out of candy. Then they said her boobs. And he said it was like when you look at clouds and her boobs were turning into old man's eyes and her crotch was a mustache. She was like, well, I like it. And they're like, it's not even flattering. It makes her look like this huge sumo wrestler. She's like, that's my style.
Yeah, so.
Whatever. And then Dylan said the use of candy wasn't creative. It was flat. And Nina was like, meh.
And finally was Gunner's, which, again, I don't like his attitude, but he did a cool design. It was checkered print, and he did it nice accessorized. And Michael liked how he thought about... Michael likes how he thought about her body when he made it. So it was really... he kind of had like a skirt on the front, a black skirt, and it was... I really liked it. She did.
I thought the black skirt was kind of weird.
So
everything else was pretty.
So the winner was Ven, which he definitely deserved to win, and he was really grateful to win, which I thought was nice.
Even though he talked in a monotone voice, he's like, I'm so excited I won.
Yeah, so I
It was
don't.
kind of weird, but
We can't figure him quite out yet, but we'll
was
see how it
beautiful.
goes. Yeah, he'll be in the challenge for a long time. He's a good designer. And then went home, of course.
Lanty,
So.
what are you gonna do?
So we'll see what happens next week. Looks like some designers are coming back from previous seasons. Yay!
That'll be fun.
Okay. And the peanut gallery is even laughing along with us. Onward!
She's like, oh my god, it's the most painful burn ever, and then she couldn't sew, and she's just all stressed up.
Recap Project Runway episode 2.
Oh,
Lindsey.
I'm supposed to say.
And then Len. Oh, that's supposed to be Ven.
Whoops. My
Our
bad.
note, I guess there's a little typo in our notes here.